Rapper The Game, who is also known as Jayceon Taylor, is staring at a $12 million class action lawsuit. Court documents filed on Wednesday found that the rapper is liable over allegations that he pursued personal profit in an unregistered initial coin offering by Paragon Incorporated. So this was from 2017. There are also his business partners who are on the run, and no one has heard from them in over 2 years. People are coming after him. Zach, I'm going to throw it right off to you because you always have some really great commentary on stories that have to do with rappers.
Hate it or love it, the underdog is not on top in this one. So that's my call out to The Game. We've been following this story for a number of years. This definitely is very much rooted in the celebrity ICO promotion era, and we've seen sort of like a resumption of that era in some ways, right? This bull market has seen, Kim Kardashian promote Ethereum Max and other people promoting various tokens of various quality. So interesting that, the process of law often takes much longer than the process of crypto things to unfold. So the fact that we're seeing all these sort of like 2017 enforcement actions, be it like BitConnect or be it like this class action lawsuit, sort of be settled or advanced to the next stage in terms of seriousness, sort of during this cycle. I think it's interesting, and it always sort of like it brings you back, right? It brings you back to the past cycle, and it just shows that disconnect between sort of like regulatory cadence and like crypto innovation cadence. So that's my initial take on this one, but I know that Will had his hand up on this.
Yeah, so just kind of following up on your point there, like the long arm of the law does not forget in a lot of these instances. It just does not care what amount of time has passed between the event and the present date. They're going to put you in a court seat. One thing that's notable to me is that a lot of projects that didn't deliver the goods, specifically something like EOS, where they raised billions of dollars and then absolutely put out like zero products and just are sitting on tons of investor cash, they barely got slapped.
Zero price. That's pretty harsh, Will.
I think it's pretty fair. If you read some of the reporting,
they're working on a cool exchange right now. They put out Voice. It didn't do well, but they put it out.
They put out Voices in the defense column. Wow, man.
I mean, it's a product. You can't say that something's like shitty, like it's a scam or whatever, because they worked on something and it didn't work out. There are tons of startups that raise money and fail because it's just not a good product market fit. I think that's the situation in this case. It wasn't decentralized enough to appeal to people who really wanted that, and it was too decentralized, for a lot of other people who don't like that friction that comes along from decentralized things. I don't hate them for trying out stuff and it not working. I think that's fine.
Well, I think they should refund the money. I mean, we're getting off the topic here.
Did you see how the cops were just coming to get Will? Did everyone see that? How that
was an ambulance.
A light going on? Oh man, the crypto cops on your tail, Will. You can leave now, man.
That's the game.
EOS was coming for me immediately. They're using that $4 billion to track down haters. That my point in general is that there's a lot of really crappy projects out there. I won't name names, but then you don't see them get slapped down as hard as some of these individual people are when it comes to enforcement, which I think is unfortunate in some cases. I'd like to see the law applied evenly, is my general point there.
I feel like this is
but
feels a little bit.
What law are you applying here? A law for putting out a bad product? I just don't understand what
ripping people off.
What law was being broken by someone putting out something that users didn't want.
I will say here, I think it is shaded by the fact that the founder is like on the lam, right? Like with a lot of that money. And I think that this is sort of a way of looking for somebody to target. That's just not a good look, like however you want to put it. So in this regard, I wonder if the game is sort of like being scapegoated a little bit for here. Obviously, there is some legal issues with it, but until they find Jessica Vertig, like Versteer, I wonder like what is going to be happening here. And I do think like just generally, I wonder if we're going to see more and more, like we're seeing certain like SEC actions against other ICOs. This is like an individual kind of civil case, which I think is interesting. And I wonder if we're going to be seeing more of those, because this is definitely not the first. This is definitely not the last. And so, how that kind of rolls out in the future, again, we'll talk in the long arm of the law, like it's going to happen one way or another.